It's not the code, but nobody's going to tell you this when you're first learning PLC programming. The PLC is going to look right, the logic's going to work, but the machine still won't move. That was one of the first real lessons I learned in automation. Hello, I'm Paul. I help technicians, engineers, and managers close the gaps in their automation skills. In the beginning, a lot of people want to jump straight into PLC programming, robotics, or motion control. And I get it. That's the exciting stuff. But on a lot of real machines, the problem's not the code. A lot of times, the logic is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. The output is on, the sequence makes sense, the PLC is telling the machine to move, and yet nothing freaking happens. I've been there. I've been there in Brazil and in England. That's when you realize automation is not just programming. It's systems, electrical, mechanical, pneumatic. They all have to work together. And if one part is weak, the whole system breaks down. I learned that early in my first controls role. I didn't get hired because I knew everything. I got in because I could do just enough to be useful. But once I started troubleshooting machines, I kept running into the same kind of problem. Cylinders wouldn't extend, the valves wouldn't shift, machines that wouldn't complete an auto cycle. And yet the PLC code looked fine. Everything in the code looked and said it should work, but it didn't. So now you're standing there, production's waiting, people are looking at you, machine is down, and the PLC programming is not giving you the answer. That's when troubleshooting gets real. I recommend you start at the device level. You check the valve, you watch the cylinder, you trace the air lines, you check pressure, you listen for the shifting, you observe what the machine is actually doing or sometimes not doing. Observe the behavior. Then you work backward to the program, not the other way around. When I began to understand this process to troubleshooting, that's when it clicked for me. Good troubleshooting starts at the machine, not the laptop. And that's a big reason why, for example, pneumatics matters so much. Because pneumatics teaches you how machines actually move. Pressure, valves, cylinders, flow control. You change the flow, you see the cylinder speed change. You lose pressure, you see the machine behave differently. You can physically watch cause and effect happen. That makes pneumatics one of the best places to start if you're trying to get into automation because it's visual, it's practical, and it makes the machine easier to understand. If PLC programming feels, at the moment at least, a little bit out of reach for you, that does not mean automation is out of reach for you. Start with pneumatics. Learn how cylinders work. Learn how valves shift. Understand pressure and flow. Learn to read basic pneumatic schematics. Learn how to troubleshoot when something should move but doesn't. Get useful first. That's what gets your foot in the door. Not knowing everything. Just being able to solve a real problem. Then once you're in, the bigger picture starts to connect in your brain. Now you see how the PLC turns on an output, which triggers a valve, which moves a cylinder, which hits a sensor, which drives the next step in the sequence. That's when you stop just learning pieces of the puzzle and you start understanding systems. Over time, you'll build from there. You'll add electrical programming, you'll add drives, you'll add much more complex systems. But it all starts with learning how to look at the machine and understand what it's telling you. Because a lot of times the PLC is right and the machine still won't move. If this helped you in any way, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and let me know what topic you'd like me to break down next. Cheers.